Right. My name is Sergeant John Hebert, and I'm the sergeant in charge of the missing persons team for the Calgary Police Service. Today we have a release in regards to Lisa Mitchell, and it goes as follows. The Calgary Police Service is seeking public assistance in determining the movements of a woman who hasn't been seen or heard from by her family for approximately 2 years. Lisa Michelle Mitchell, aged 31, of Calgary, was last seen at her residence in the southeast community of Ogden on Monday, October 29th, 2012. After not hearing from her for an uncharacteristic amount of time, Mitchell's family became concerned and reported her missing to the police. A public plea was originally released on Thursday, January 31st, 2013. As the second anniversary of her disappearance approaches, CPS continues to investigate tips and sightings. However, she is yet to be located. Investigators are concerned that Lisa suffers from a medical condition and may not be receiving the treatment that she requires. Mitchell is described as a Caucasian female, 5'8" tall, approximately 130 pounds, with straight, shoulder-length hair that has been dyed blonde. She does wear glasses, and she has a tattoo of a large flaming phoenix on her upper left arm. We ask that anyone with information on her whereabouts contact their local RCMP detachment, the Calgary Police Service, or Crime Stoppers anonymously. And I can take any questions.
Was she involved in high-risk lifestyle, anything like that?
There's no indications at this time that she was involved in a substantially high-risk lifestyle. So we just don't know where she is at this point.
So substantially high, so she
There's no information in the investigation that indicates that she leads a high-risk lifestyle, and high-risk being engaged in significant drug use or prostitution, those sorts of things that we've heard about in the press over the last several years. We have no indications of that, so I don't know what would fall under high-risk lifestyle for her.
Just you said an unusually lengthy amount of time between the time she contacted her family and the time, or didn't contact her family, and the time the plea was put forth by police. It seems like an awfully long time, 3 months before that is made. Were they a close family? Were they not?
She was reported by her family as missing to the RCMP. The RCMP conducted their investigation and ultimately determined that her place last seen was in Calgary, and we've transferred the file over to the Calgary Police Service, and that accounts for some of the delay.
And so, when did her family last see her?
She was last seen by her family on October 28th, 2012, at an address out in the Longview area.
And at that time, she seemed fine. Do you know more? Can you say more about this medical condition?
I can't speak to specifics of what condition it is, but my understanding is the medical condition, if she doesn't receive regular medication, would result in significant discomfort, but wouldn't be necessarily fatal or harmful.
And so, was she involved in any kind of a relationship with someone?
She was living common law with a person in Ogden who resided in the Ogden area.
And when have they been able to say, when did they see her last?
She was last seen leaving a residence in Ogden and heading for a neighborhood convenience store to try or to make a purchase, and she didn't return.
So do you think that foul play is an option?
It's something that we haven't eliminated, and we're open to all possibilities, but we just haven't been able to have any conclusive evidence that would lead us down that path.
There's lots of sightings and tips of kind of how far away are these sightings?
The sighting, we've received a number of sightings and tips, but I don't know the specifics of all of them.
Did she use a bank card or anything like that?
Yes, so she's used bank cards, cell phones, those things have been checked, but there's no activity that has occurred on those except for around the time of her where she was last seen.
So she drove to the convenience store?
My understanding is that she walked.
Okay, so she's just never been seen since then?
That's right.
Do we know if she made it to the convenience store?
That has yet to be determined. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, because of the delay in examining that. We don't have any video to confirm that information.
So what do you guys do next then?
Well, that's why we're seeking public assistance to try and help us in trying to provide any more information that could lead us in an investigative avenue that may locate her.
She wasn't involved in anything criminal, but
No.
can you tell me how her family's doing?
You know what? The investigator speaks to the relatives that are involved on an ongoing basis. They're obviously concerned for her well-being.
They must wonder how somebody who's vanished.
And unfortunately, that does happen not only in Calgary but throughout this nation.